Before we get started, if you have changed your mind, because I know it's warm in here, the auditorium is open. It's air conditioned. And I believe the graduates will march across the stage, so folks in the auditorium get to see those. But at this time, could people please clear the aisleways and head to their seats, and we'll get started shortly. Go check. Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise for the presentation of our colors by the Nokomis JROTC Color Guard.
Present. Arms. Order. Arms. Ready. Face. Mark time. Mark. Forward. Mark.
Thank you. The class of 2025 respectfully ask that you remain seated during their processional. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Robin McNeil, and I'm the chair of the RSU 19 School Board. And I would like to welcome everyone here today to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work and dedication that it has taken for this group of students to reach this milestone in their lives. Thank you to the RSU 19 staff, educators, kitchen folk, transportation, custodial, administration, and board members for all playing a part in our graduating class success story. It takes a village, and we are a village, and we're a pretty good village. Parents, thank you for trusting, believing, and supporting us in our roles to educate, nurture, and guide your students to this successful day. To the class of 2025, I would say, don't let obstacles stand in your way to achieve your passion. Today is a culmination of years of hard work and growth. Stay determined and focused on your dreams, and you will continue to succeed. Congratulations on your achievement, and best wishes from the RSU 19 School Board. And without further ado, I would like to acknowledge Kristen Wing. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Tristan Wing, and as the class of 2025 Vice President, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the Nokomis 57th Commencement Ceremony. We're so glad that you are all here today to celebrate this incredible milestone with us. To my fellow graduates, we are here today because we have overcome challenges, and today is our day to celebrate. Today is the start of new beginnings and ending some of those beginnings. While it might be sad, today is the day that we get to say good job to ourselves. The class of 2025 was the first class to complete all 4 years of high school in our new building. Even though the building was new, there were many things that were the same. As we reach the end of our high school careers, I would like to remind us all that it's not the building that makes us Nokomis warriors. It is the warrior community, and no matter where we go, we will always be warriors together. Looking back over the years at Nokomis, many of us found comfort in the familiar. As we entered this new building as freshmen, nothing was familiar. Having familiar classmates around didn't seem as comforting. We looked for things, places, and faces that were recognizable. It was common to see many of us looking around, going around the hallways with maps, asking where room 208 was. We soon figured that it was much easier to figure out and ask where a teacher was. Our wonderful staff and administrators, including Ms. Netto, have strived to provide a sense of comfort and consistency in our school. One of those consistencies was the daily announcements. Every day, wonderful Ms. Netto would read the announcements and birthdays. This was always concluded by a moment of silence in the Pledge of Allegiance. So, without further ado, I ask that we all stand and take a moment of silence. As we take this moment of silence, the class of 2025 asks that you keep us in your thoughts moving forward in our next chapter. Thank you. And one more thing after the morning announcements. After we say our moment of silence, we do the Pledge of Allegiance. And it is my honor to lead us in the last Pledge of Allegiance as the class of 2025. So, here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now at this time, it is my honor to introduce the representative from District 33, Mr. Kenneth Fredette.
So it is certainly my honor to be here tonight to congratulate the graduating class of 2025, and certainly to not only recognize the great accomplishments that they've made, but also to recognize somebody who has been an institution in this community. Mary Netto is somebody I've known for nearly 30 years, somebody who's been an institution in this place, and as we all know, someone who is the personification of being a warrior. I've had 2 children graduate from Nokomis Regional High School, and I know that they wouldn't have had the experiences that they've had to be students here and to be successful in life without the guidance from Mary Netto. And certainly, this is a small token of the state of Maine to be presented to Mary Netto. What this is a legislative sentiment. It says, "Be it known to all that we, the members of the Senate and the House of Representatives, join in recognizing Mary Netto of Corinner for her 33 years of service at Nokomis Regional High School, where she has worked as a teacher, a director of guidance, as an assistant principal, and for the past 16 years as principal. Ms. Netto serves on the Maine Principals Association Board of Directors, past president of the association, serves on the National Federation of High School Sports Field Hockey Rules Committee, and as the Northeast representative, and is a member of the Kennebec Consortium for School Administrators. In 2017, she was named state champion for Maine by the New England Secondary School Consortium and assistant principal of the year. We extend our appreciation and our best wishes, and be it ordered that this official expression of sentiment be sent forthwith on behalf of the 132nd Legislature and the people of the state of Maine. Signed by the President of the Senate, Matty Daughtry, Speaker of the House, Ryan Fecteau, Derek Grant, Secretary of the Senate, and Robert Hunt, Clerk of the House. Introduced by, again, Representative Ken Fredette. And again, I don't know how we replace you. You've just been an inspiration to everybody in this community. And all we can do is really wish you the best going forward in your life and everything that you do in enjoying what you now have coming to you. Thank you, Mary.
Good evening, family and friends, staff and students, and most importantly, fellow graduates. In the last 4 years, we have been on a journey, starting 4 years ago when we were freshmen, unaware of what was to come and who we were to become. Now, graduating high school, each one of us is about to embark on a new adventure, with a different path ahead of us, some of which are very clear, while others are more uncertain, but each filled with potential and possibilities. Throughout these 4 years, we have faced challenges, celebrated successes, made everlasting memories, and learned more about ourselves each and every year. As my last speech as class president, I have the great honor of sharing some valuable lessons that I have learned and am continuing to learn. One of the biggest parts of life is who you spend your time with. I'm sure we've all heard the saying, you are who your friends are. At this point in our lives, the people we surround ourselves with greatly contribute to the people we become. Do you want to surround yourselves with the people who support your dreams, motivate you to grow, and encourage you to be the best version of yourself? Or do you want to surround yourself with those that distract you from your goals, hold you back from potential, and feed you negative energy? The environment you put yourself in can change you for the better or worse. Another important piece to remember, people change. Sometimes your closest friends decide to walk another path of life. and that's okay. One of my biggest mentors, Miss Olson, described friendships as trees. Some are like leaves, they only are around for a season, while others are like branches. They hold on a little longer, but snap when the weight gets too heavy. And most importantly, you have the friendships that are like roots, that hold on for a lifetime. Along the way, you'll meet lots of leaves and branches in your life, and those are important. But remember to cherish the roots that have always been there for you through every season, storm, and chapter. My second piece of advice is to not be afraid of trying something new. Or, as Miss Neal wisely phrases it, dare to stink at something new. For many of us, myself being one of them, our own self-doubts and fear of failure can hold us back. But the truth is, our biggest growth and accomplishment come from stepping outside our comfort zone and allowing ourselves to learn from mistakes. Something new means taking the risk to not get it right the first time, which can open the door to unlimited possibilities, valuable lessons, and discovering a whole new part of yourself. My junior year, after years of doing track, I joined the wrestling team with no experience. Why? Because the coach bet that I wouldn't last a week. Although I stepped off that mat that first practice, sweating, sore, and scared for what the next week would entail, I ended up loving it, and I haven't stopped since. Wrestling has been one of my biggest challenges. I faced injury, failure, and made my fair share of mistakes. But most importantly, I learned new skills, gained confidence, and a new mindset in myself that I can carry with me forever. So my advice to you is to push past your own fear and don't let your own self-doubts limit your potential. As David Goggins says, the only limits in life are the ones you place on yourself. The final piece of advice I will leave you with here today is you can gain wisdom from anyone, no matter how young or old. Some of the most valuable lessons I've learned have been through my younger siblings. My brother DJ taught me the importance of letting things go. My sister Lily instilled in me the virtue of patience. And my youngest sister May showed me what true unconditional love is. But the most significant lesson of all came from my youngest brother, Christopher. In 2021, Christopher was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma at 4 years old and passed away a little under a month later. Even in these 4 short years, he positively impacted everyone that knew him, and even those that didn't. One of the most important lessons he taught me was to embrace every moment. Whether big or small, Christopher celebrated and enjoyed every occasion with the same amount of enthusiasm, something I encourage you all to do. As we embark on our futures, cherish every opportunity, moment, and memory, for life's too short to have regrets. As we sit here closing the chapter of our high school years and look ahead to new beginnings, I remind you to carry with you the lessons you've learned, the friendships you've formed, and the memories you've made. Embrace every opportunity without fear of failure and continue learning, growing, and changing. Once again, congratulations, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I would now like to invite up to the podium a fellow peer of mine and also a friend, Caitlin Raymond.
All right, if nobody minds, I'm just going to take a quick 0.5. Okay, I'll get started now, sorry. Thank you, Orla, for the introduction, and good evening, everybody. For those of you who may have missed it, my name is Caitlin Raymond, and I'm proud to be representing the class of 2025 standing in front of you all tonight. I know standing here in front of you all should make me nervous, but honestly, I feel strangely calm. We've all sat in the same classrooms, walked the same halls, and faced the same tests over the last 4 years. And those of you who aren't fellow students have been there to support us through our wild journey, as I'm sure you'll continue to do as we enter this new chapter. But beyond the surface, behind the grades, the sports, the laughs, and the hallway, we've all been carrying something, whether it be surviving the pressure, wrestling with ourselves, or just trying to make it through the week. I know that because I've lived it too. Something I'm known for here by our staff is going from an incredibly motivated freshman and sophomore to struggling the last 2 years. But why? Because life doesn't like to stay linear, and sometimes we forget that we don't need to have it all figured out. If there's anything the last 4 years have taught me, it's this. You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room to matter. You don't have to have everything figured out to be doing okay. You just have to keep showing up, keep learning, keep being kind even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. During high school, we talk a lot about grades, sports, college, but let's not forget that being a good person is still the most underrated achievement out there. So, to my fellow graduates and anyone else who needs to hear this, you are right where you need to be. Even if you have a pile of dirty clothes on the end of your bed, or you don't know what college you're attending yet, you're not behind, you're on a different path, and you're right on time. So, if you're unsure about the next step, that's okay. We're all figuring it out in our own way. Since we were freshmen, our class has been known as competitive, curious, determined, courageous, and so much more. And it's clear that we have carried that through our 4 years here at Nokomis. And I know that we'll carry that into the world outside of these walls. I mean, let's be honest. We didn't just show up, we dominated. 4 years, 4 cow or Clash of the Warrior wins. At this point, it wasn't even a competition, it was a tradition. With that said, let's lead with empathy, let's break a few norms, and let's build a future each of us can be proud of. Of course, the world we're graduating into doesn't exactly come with a manual. No one quite prepares you for graduating into a world that can feel like it's falling apart. But maybe we weren't meant to be prepared. Maybe we were meant to be resilient. This diploma, it's more than a certificate. It's a reminder that even in chaos, we kept showing up. And we will continue to choose to keep going. If we can graduate in a world as crazy as the one we came into high school in, just imagine what we'll do in the one that we helped shape. With that being said, this next year or so is the conclusion of our teenage years. So, to my classmates, do the things that scare you, even the ones that might drive you insane. Make mistakes, be reckless, live fully, hold on until the last possible moment. And with that, we did it. Thank you all so much. And I would like to invite up a fellow graduate of mine, Alexa Brand.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for letting me share my speech with you tonight. It is an honor and a pleasure to stand before you and share my message. Now, through my educational journey, I've always felt a deep connection between myself and school, but I didn't fully understand how that would play a role into my future. As a young girl graduating middle school, moving on to my freshman year in high school, I was timid. I didn't really know who I was. I had a troubled childhood, which led me to not have the confidence that I longed to find until I stepped foot into high school, this high school, for the first time. When I first walked through the doors, I instantly knew that this was going to be a home for me. Whether it was seeing Mrs. Olson's smile radiating down the hall of the English wing, or hearing Mrs. Neal's unconditional support from my fellow classmates, I knew that this place was going to be the best place for my next 4 years of my life. Early in my high school experience, I wasn't a very outgoing person that liked taking risks, and quite frankly, I was scared of failing. So I stayed on the path that I had been on since I could remember, playing the same sports, hanging out with the same friends, and getting the same grades. But I didn't feel like that was enough for me anymore. So despite being a young, timid freshman, I was inspired to audition for the fall musical by a friend. This was hands down the best decision I could have made to start my high school journey, as this planted a seed that continued to grow my love and passion for theater. I suddenly only felt joy when I was performing, and when there was an audience watching me embody a character. Sports weren't my nirvana anymore. I couldn't use sports as an escape. Theater did that for me. I felt so strong standing on a stage with people who shared the same passion I had. It was refreshing to not have to fake a smile or put all my effort into something that I didn't truly enjoy. This was the first moment in high school I took that risk to try something new. And little did I know, facing my biggest fears would reap my greatest rewards. As freshman year, then sophomore year passed by, I kept feeling like something wasn't totally right about my future. For my entire childhood, I knew I wanted to pursue a healthcare career. And I was sure this is how I want to spend the rest of my life. If you ask my friends or my teachers, I was set on becoming a surgeon. But I constantly kept finding myself in the English wing. Then I thought about why that was. I realized that science didn't intrigue me the way it once had. I realized that English had been the one constant thing in my life that I could always be vulnerable with. No shame, no fear of understanding. Writing has been there for me in the highest points and in my very lowest. A blank page understands me more than I understand myself most of the time. In my darkest hours of life, a blank page has lifted me onto my feet and allowed me to continue on life with a smile on my face. I was safe with a blank page in front of me, and I was safe within the vulnerability of English. So I had a new direction for my career, but what pushed me to focus on a career in secondary English education was the teachers of Nokomis. The teachers in the English department made me feel understood, and ultimately became a community of people I could rely on for any help or guidance I needed. They inspired me to want to be that person for someone else. They taught me that it is okay to fail. Failure allows you to grow, and it helps you conquer goals that you never thought were possible. Whether it be performing on the stage for the first time or writing a memoir for your senior project, I learned that the sky's the limit. If you believe it's true, then it can happen. I learned to have faith in yourself and find people around you who support you unconditionally, because those factors ultimately determine your outcome. I felt seen by the teachers at Nokomis. I think, and I hope, we have all had the same experience. I want you to take a minute and think back to a time where you felt seen within the walls of your high school, whether it be by a teacher or a peer. Or recount a time where you found a passion for the first time. Those memories stick with you forever. No one in this graduating class behind me has had the same exact high school experience, yet most, if not everyone, could think of a person or a moment that impacted them throughout their experience here at Nokomis. The community woven in and throughout this school teaches us that you will be seen and you will be heard. But the only person who can truly recognize that is yourself. So take the risk, don't be afraid to fail, and keep pushing forward, because I promise every hardship will be worth the outcome. Nokomis Regional High will forever be a home away from home. Countless hours are spent within these four walls, sometimes, some weeks, even more hours than I spend in my own house. Those hours taught me key aspects about myself and what I want for my future. This building introduced new friendships, new ideas, new passions, and new career opportunities for me. For all those, I will forever be grateful. I know that now, because what this school provided for me, I'm ready to take on the real world. Nokomis is more than a school, it is a milestone in my life that helped me capture and understand the essence of the person I am and the person I aspire to be. Thank you, Nokomis. I will forever remember the person who walked into your doors for the first time, even if now I can hardly recognize that girl. Today, I will walk out those doors for the first time as an alumni of Nokomis, knowing that this building will forever hold a memory of two very different girls, two girls who share the same story. And before I end my speech today, I want to leave you all with a quote that helped me get through high school. No matter how dark it gets, the sun is going to rise again. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to welcome up my close friend and fellow graduate, Abigail Karen.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor that I get to stand before all of you tonight to celebrate this special occasion. I'm so proud of every single one of my classmates for all of our great accomplishments. To all of my classmates, I want you to reflect upon your hard work and be proud of yourself. We worked very hard for this moment together. Who knew just how quickly high school would fly by? If I could go back and do it again, I would. But this time, I'd take a look around and enjoy the moment. Tonight is more than just a celebration of our achievements. It is also a moment to recognize and honor someone who has been a guiding force in not only our school, but also our community for many years. Our principal, Miss Mary Netto. She is not only a leader at our school, but she is the heart of it. She is our warrior. Miss Netto leads us by example through dedication, integrity, and her belief in every single student at Nokomis. Under her leadership, our school has grown not only academically, but in spirit as a community. In my high school experience, Miss Netto has had a massive impact on shaping me into who I am today. She is my biggest inspiration and my biggest supporter every day. Never once have I seen her down, but rather always lifting up others. A great example of relationships Miss Netto creates with us students would be when this past winter at a girls' home basketball game, Miss Netto sat down next to me and we began to talk about the snowy weather outside. This led to her telling me a story about how one winter she had gotten stuck outside on her balcony at her house. She was home alone and locked out. She had to yell at her neighbors across the street asking for help, where they then came inside of her house and went up the stairs to open the door for her. She was so happy that she didn't have to jump from her balcony into the snow to get out. I will never forget her snowy day story because it was just so funny, and it is a great example of how to each student, Miss Netto is more than just a principal. She is a friend, not only to me, but to each and every Nokomis warrior. Tonight is bittersweet because although this is a first for us students, it is Miss Netto's final graduation ceremony here at Nokomis. Ms. Netto has worked at Nokomis Regional High as a teacher and administrator for the past 33 years. During that time, she has worked as a business education teacher, an academic support teacher, the director of guidance, assistant principal, and has served as the principal of Nokomis Regional High for the past 16 years. Currently, Ms. Netto serves on the Maine Principals Association Board of Directors, serving as the president for the MPA in 2024. She serves on the National Federation of High School Sports Field Hockey Rules Committee as the Northeast representative, along with being on the Board of Directors for Skill Incorporated, and is a member of the Kennebec Consortium for School Administrators. Some would say try hard. Just kidding. Well, after 33 years of being a warrior, she is retiring, a well-earned next chapter in her life, and while we are so very happy for her, we know your presence here at Nokomis will be very missed. Ms. Netto, thank you for your unwavering support in all of us and your companionship towards us. You've made a difference in so many lives, and your Nokomis legacy will live in the halls of this high school and in every heart of the students you've inspired. I hope you've already booked a flight to a beach somewhere to reward yourself for all of your career accomplishments. Ms. Netto, I want you to remember that you are what it means to be a warrior, and that you will always be a warrior just like the rest of us here tonight. We can't thank you enough for everything, and we will miss you beyond the words in this speech I'm giving today has. Congratulations to the class of 2025, but if you'd please join me in welcoming and honoring our principal for the past 16 years, Miss Mary Netto.
Yes, Abby won't be getting her diploma tonight for oversharing. The funny part of that snow story, the dad of that graduate is here tonight, so I won't name names, but they used to live across from me. That really did happen. So thank you, Abby. Obviously, words can't express how amazing and overwhelming these last few days have been, and so I am going to try to get to this, but I do have to say I might have a couple of ugly cry moments, but I'll take a deep breath and I'll get through it. So here we are at Nokomis' 57th commencement ceremony, and it is truly an honor for me to stand here as your principal. Today, we're going to celebrate these amazing young adults seated beside me. At class night last night, we recognized our seniors with their awards and scholarships, and I got to own it, I missed a category of awards, but I want to make sure we recognize these students at this time. When I call your name, would you please stand and remain standing until I get through the entire group? Each year, the United States Marine Corps sponsors awards to graduating seniors, and the winners for Nokomis this year are as follows. Receiving the Scholastic Excellence Award, Aiden Anderson and Kaylin Vandeventer. Receiving the Distinguished Athlete Award, Thomas Nice and Ariana Turner. And receiving the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence, Brady Ludden and Bailey Lord. Thank you. Congratulations. And I was knocked out by the total. Their hard work paid off. This class earned over $1.5 million in scholarships last night. It's been a pretty amazing day already. We set up outside for graduation, and we've torn down for graduation outside. So I appreciate your ability to pivot with all of us, and it better be raining outside. No, quite honestly, it was a great start. This morning, our graduates took a tour of our district, and they marched through all the schools in the district. And I want to give a heartfelt thanks to the students, faculty, and principals at Somerset Valley Elementary School, at Dixmont Elementary School, Sebastopol Valley Elementary School, Nokomis Regional Middle School, and our home, Nokomis Regional High, for the fabulous reception our graduates received. And making it extra special are our first responders in all of our communities who escorted and greeted our students to all the schools. Like Bo said, everyone should get to experience a motorcade once. We definitely felt the love from our community today. You know, we know this, and I know you know this. What's at the heart of our students' success is the amazing team effort that we have. The love and support of their family members and loved ones. It's the strongest asset our school has, is this great connection we share with you, our parents and family members and mentors. Thank you for sharing your children with us. I hope you truly know what a difference your support and care matter, and not just to these students, but to our entire school community. Your partnership makes all the difference in the world, and at this time, you all deserve this moment. Would all parents, guardians, please stand to be recognized? We're blessed to have a faculty that is so invested in doing anything and everything for our students. Their commitment to our students is second to none. Their passion to be difference makers for our students is truly inspiring. Would the staff and faculty of Nokomis Regional High please stand to be recognized? And I think they're in the back. It's been my honor to work with all of you. You know, I love graduation day. It absolutely is my favorite day of the year. And today marks the end of the journey of these students through our school system and our time together here at Nokomis Regional High. While this is most definitely an exciting time, there is also an element of the unknown. Perhaps even a bit of fear about the unknown. What will this next chapter in our lives be like? Maybe you wish you had a crystal ball to see into your future, but none of us has that. Instead, you must embrace your future. Whether you're destined for a fast-paced life, living far abroad, or the peace and tranquility in the Maine woods, lean into your journey. This is really what life is about. Finding, discovering, living your path. Your class motto is, wherever you go, go with all your heart. I love that. And I also the speakers, student speakers that we've had have been incredible. I looked at the program, like, why am I last? I got to go after all these amazing speakers. And at class night, Addie Hawthorne and Elena Donahue both gave great messages that built on the class motto. And I love that Elena framed hers as a love letter to the class. And little did she know, I've known this date was coming for a couple of years, and this really sets me up great for the message I'd like to leave you all with and the charge I have for you. I'm very grateful to this class, the class of 25. They've let me jump in with them and consider myself a member of the graduating class. So I guess that means that I have the perspective of the oldest graduate. Like, I'm the oldest graduate here tonight. So I need you to know, seniors, I too feel the weight of this ending and the potential of the beginnings ahead of us as we make this transition. And yet, despite all these changes, I'm filled with hope. I'm filled with hope because I know what kind of people you are. I've watched you learn, grow, laugh, stumble, stand back up, question the world around you, question yourselves, but you chose again and again to keep going and to get back up and to do it stronger. This is not something small. This is not something small. It's how life is actually lived, with uncertainty, with effort, and if you're doing it right, with love. Our staff can tell you, I have often urged them to lead their work by having outrageous love for you. Having outrageous love for you, our students. Graduates, and really, all of us here, I want to give you that same charge, to lead your life through the lens of love. I don't mean love in the romantic sense. Obviously, that has its place, and I do hope you all fall madly in love. But what I mean is love as a posture, love as a discipline, love as a way of seeing. When you look at the people around you, your coworkers, your friends, your neighbors, strangers, the people who frustrate you in traffic or online or disagree with you, I'm asking you to try to see them through love first. Not judgment, not comparison, but love. It will not make you naive. It will make you bold. It will open your eyes instead of narrowing them. See your work through love. Whatever you do, whether you become a nurse, yes, I hope a teacher, Alexa, I heard that, a coder, a mechanic, or the number one pick in the draft. Ask yourself, not just, what do I want to get from this, but what do I want to give to this? When you bring love to your work, it shows up in how you treat people, how you solve problems, how you lead, and how you see yourself. Living with a lens of love isn't just about giving love. It's being open to accepting love. It might surprise you to know that in my early years at Nokomis, I was very uncertain about if this was a place that was the right fit for me. It was a mix of being new, being in an unfamiliar place, with new people, and I was stuck in where I had been versus where I was then. Now, obviously, I'm still here, so something changed. Many of the people who are responsible for that change are sitting here tonight. What changed is I began to see and hear what was right in front of me. Amazing students and their families. Many of your parents here tonight to celebrate you were my former students and athletes. And you need to know that they showered me with much love and accepted me as one of their own. And it wasn't just my students and athletes either. It was their parents, your grandparents, who are here tonight. They taught me the warrior way, and so began my 30-plus year love affair with this wonderful place. I learned how important it is to open your heart, to let the people around you in. Love is a two-way street. Now, hey, I'm not trying to paint this rainbow and puppy dog picture about love, because let's be honest, we all know there are some situations and some people who make it really hard to feel the love. Yeah, you know. Those are the people and the times where I challenge you to rise to this challenge. I'm not saying you should overlook bad behavior or just step back, but just step back. Take a breath. Find some empathy for maybe where they're at. Find a pathway where you can compromise through. That's without anger or retribution, but with love as your lens. Many of you are still figuring out who you are. And honestly, that's okay. And I know that because I'm still on that journey of figuring it out myself. Keep asking the hard questions. Keep growing. Keep taking risks. But don't let self-doubt become self-judgment. Be patient with yourself. It takes time to figure out who you are. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself enough to set boundaries, to dream big, and to start over when you need to. Over the years, I've seen our students achieve remarkable things. Win awards, break records, get into colleges they thought were out of reach. We have so many accomplished Nokomis alumni. But the most powerful moments that have stayed with me are the ones that are the quieter moments. The student who owned their mistake. The student who stood up for a classmate. The student who helped clean up after an event when no one else stayed. The student who brought a smile and a hello to school every day, even though they were facing a lot of personal challenges. Those simple acts are not that simple. They are acts of love, and they are acts of leadership. I hope this is the kind of legacy we all want to leave behind. Not a list of times where you were right or you showed them, but those are moments you showed great compassion, you could see the bigger picture, and you allowed people in, and you chose love, especially when it was not the easy choice. So as I step away from this school that has been my second home, well, like, who am I kidding? This has been my home. And as you step out into a world that desperately needs you, your compassion and courage, remember this: your intelligence will get you far. Hard work will get you even further. But love is what will truly matter and fill your life with rewards far beyond your dreams. I sincerely hope you all have an experience like I have had here, one filled with tremendous love. Tristan referenced this. I don't know, he was in my office today. I think he peeked at my speech. Always remember, Nokomis isn't a building. It's a collection of warriors. Wherever you are, wherever we are, is where Nokomis lives. This is our home. Once a warrior, always a warrior. My greatest wish for you is a life filled with good health, happiness, and much love. It's been an honor to not only be your principal, but also to serve the families and community members of RSU 19 and MS80 48 as the principal of Nokomis Regional High. Congratulations, and go Warriors! Yeah. All right, now what you came for. This is the best thing I get to say all year long. On behalf of our faculty and administration, I am pleased to certify that each and every one of these students sitting before you has met the standards and requirements set forth by the state of Maine and our school district to earn their high school diploma. Mr. Hammer, these warriors are ready for you.
Holy smokes. It's harder than the gym was at 5 o'clock this morning. What?
Sweating too much.
Sweating? Yeah, I got this. All right, we're going to rock and roll. I was going to do this briefly because I thought it'd be raining Now, I'm doing this really quick because it's hot. And I was going to say a couple things about Mary, but I'm telling you what, the kids nailed it more than I could say it. And I will just say to you that part of the reason I wanted to come to this district was to become part of Warrior Nation. And nobody's put anything together like Mary has for an organization that I can think of. And every time she says, Mike, can't we put this person in? Can't we do this? Can't we do this? She's always looking out for her students and her staff. And she has picked one of the best staffs that I can think of. And she is always forward-thinking. And I am going to miss her tremendously. And the generations to follow are going to miss her tremendously. So one more thank you for Mary. I'm going to miss you. All right, let's go. Roll one. We're ready. Lily Mae Richards. Lainey Beatrice Underhill. Letitia Marissa Weeks. Hannah Marie Bennett. Bristol May Geneva Pomeroy. Danny Emery Melanson. Orla Catherine Murphy. Kaylee Lynn Simons. Cadence Riley Mpulin. Brooklyn Marie McLeod. Isabella Grace Grindle. Jaden Sarah Ireland. Suriana M. Reimers. Maya Catherine C. Husen. Abigail Noella Karen. Kaylin Tamar Vandeventer. Isaiah Michael Xavier Washburn. Arrow Adams. Seth Samuel Clark. Julius Leonforte Figueroa. Devin Carter Littlefield. Landon Burton Rowell. Caleb Dylan Charest. Ethan Gabriel Cook. Hayden S. Ludden. Zachary Joseph Cluley. Dominic Aaron Kennedy. Ethan Robert Gary. Atticus Augustine Stratton. Striker A. Frazier. Nicholas S. Scharf. Jonathan Thomas Furlong. Start with Kylie and Lane. Kylie Ann Lane. Natalie Rebecca Cluley. Lexi Jean Snowman. Brianna Marie Kidwell. Mackenzie O'Coin. Eden Aria Gallagher. Audrea Joe Irish Hayes. Mariah Lynn Henry. Mackenzie May Sewell. Olivia Assunta Marie Facioni Wilson. Isabella Rose Howell. Sophia Grace Griffin. Kyrie Shia Parker. Jaden Elizabeth Hood. Bailey Elaine Lord. Daniela Doba Ashava. Almost. Close. Sorry, that was close. Close, but no cigar. All right, boys row 3. Well, okay, Chris Gardner first. Oh, bottom of page. Crowell. Crowell. He said like the bird, Crowell. Derek Anson Crowell. Chris Gardner. Noah Allen Parker. Orion Walden Hudson. Boston Marrow. Damian Marcel Langley. Brandon Paul Perigo. Ethan Eugene Davis. Jaden Thomas McDougall. Alexander James Hale. Ivan Aaron Jennerow. Tyler James Dearborn. Cole Parkinson. Mackenzie Andreas Howell. Samuel August Besgenblock. Logan Christopher Washburn. Jacob Edward Bubar. Anastasia Ray Bridges. Madison Louise Hildreth. Samantha Rose Geary. Elizabeth Lynn Page Aubin. Kenzie Ann Cowan. Jasmine Marita Royal. Grace Marie Thibodeau. Sage Isa Maloon. Jenna Louise Sautel. Aaliyah Jean Bryant. Haley Elizabeth Reynolds. Kirsten Ava Condon. Madeline Marie Wyman. Alexa Ella Brand. Bailey Vaughn Jones. Ariana Rose Warenko. Caleb. Caleb Ronald Simons. Elijah Keith Jacobason. Anthony Dean Bowden. Ty Wade Erskine. Noah Oscar Ansel Holden. Thomas Winthrop Clark III. Aiden Dwight Anderson. Matthew Michael Almeida. Brady James Ludden. Quint R. Morneau. Owen Paul Doobie. Evan Carmichael Hale. Danzig Earl Nave. Sorry. Sorry about that. Nave. Danzig Earl Nave. Sorry, Danzig. Alexander D. Tatriel. Carson James Clark. Erickson Mills. Dakota Jacob Libby. Brooke Ashley Doobie. Destiny Catherine Rose Desjardins. Alexis Lee White. Danica Marianne Migliore. Elena Pauline Donahue. Bailey Rain Courier. Ava Elizabeth Lemire. Chloe Page Sharon. Addison Page Hawthorne. Aaliyah Asante Drummond. Wayne, is this Ariana? Ariana Mae Turner. Sarah Lynn Weeman. Jasmine Rose Laurent. Aaliyah Khalid Yard. Ava Natalina Verderos. Caitlin Raymond. Brianna Lynn Liz Smith. Kayla Lee Haining. Regan Taylor Sullivan. Yep, Charles Anthony. Sorry. Gotcha. Mary. Aaron. Charles Anthony Stoddard. Kenton J. Marin. Colby Edward Collins. Jacob Daniel Matthew Haskell. Nathan James McDonald. Dawson Todd Townsend. Tristan Allen Wing. Alexander Michael Brewer. Thomas Benjamin Nice. Joseph Ryan Foster. Bradley James Lancaster. It is my pleasure, on behalf of RSU 19, to present to you the Nokomis Regional High Class of 2025.